presenter, Manju ma'am. And please try to wind up your presentation with 5 minutes.
Is Manju ma'am here? Dr. Manju? Dr. Sarika Sagar? Dr. Sarika Sagar?
Yes, ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. You can start your presentation.
I'm audible? Ma'am, someone else has shared a presentation. Should I start, ma'am?
Yes, you can start.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Sarika from Vishwakarma University. The title of my presentation is Leveraging Digital Forensic Evidence in War Crimes Investigation, with special reference to Russia-Ukraine war. Now, in my presentation paper, what I have focused upon is because of the ongoing situation between Russia and Ukraine. There are talks going on. Already, the proceedings have been initiated before the International Criminal Court. So the paper tries to explore and shed the light on the past cases, how it had been dealt with, and connecting this with the appreciation of the digital forensic evidences in prosecution of the war crimes and also the investigation. So I've tried to understand what are the laws, what are the things, what are the stages, and what are the provisions regarding the evaluation and assessment of the digital forensic evidences, or we can say the admissibility of the digital forensic evidences. And now, basically, in the international war crimes, or there are categories under which the case can be brought up before the International Criminal Court per the Rome Statute, which is the applicable law for the trying the all cases before the International Criminal Court. And as you can see, there are certain categories which are being identified, including war crimes or more probably the crime against humanity, genocides, etc. There's also the summarized definition given by the Oppenheim, wherein he suggested that the war crimes can be categorized under all the breaches, wherein warfare related breaches can be found under the relevant conventions or the international laws or principles of international laws, including the hostilities and the activities of the individuals. Now, again, depending, going back to the certain historical context, wherein the use of the digital evidence can be seen, or there were cases of the individual responsibilities and liabilities tried through the international tribunals before the constitution of the International Criminal Court very lately. So before this, the ICTY tribunal and the ICTR, which dealt with the crimes against humanity, and the ICTR dealt with the cases related to genocide. So in both these cases, at the though it was before the year 2000, so not much application of the digital evidences can be found in these cases. But while talking about the recent cases, some of the cases under the genocide, under the Rwanda Tribunal, continued until the year 1998 and 2003. So, therein the individual responsibilities were assessed based on the certain digital evidences which were submitted, but though the evidence were not completely applied in those cases, mostly the ICC relied on the testimonial submissions and the witness submissions in those cases. Now, coming to the relevant context of the recent Russia-Ukraine war, which initiated last year in 2022 through the ICC prosecutor who initiated for the call for the inquiry into the situation of Ukraine. Um, and also various countries, including USA and the European Union, and some of the countries from Europe, and also the non-governmental organizations, they too initiated the various calls for the investigating into the crimes committed in the Ukrainian land by the Russian soldiers in order to establish the prosecution of a country before the ICC. Eventually, in the year 2023, in the month of March, the UN Commission of Ukraine visited the Ukraine land, some of the areas which were affected. And based on this, a report was released. Now, this report is based on the physical inspection, and also there is heavy reliance on the online available documents, photographs, satellite images, and the videos as the corroborative evidences being collected. As of the recent developments in the present year, in month of February, there was a joint investigation team which has been constituted along with the various other agencies coming from Europe and also the International Center for the
Okay, Parth,
Prosecution of.
we have 2 minutes left.
Yes, ma'am.
Please wind up partly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. These are some examples, some of the examples of various digital evidences are being used. And the process through which the evidence as admissibility before the ICC is given under the relevant provisions of the Rome Statute, wherein at the pre-trial stage, the evidences are to be admitted, and based on that, the charges can be confirmed that what were the various heads of the crimes which are committed under the broader term of the crime against humanity. In order to this, to appreciate the digital evidences, there was also the suggestion which has been implemented is the constitution of e-court protocol. Under this protocol, various rules, regulations regarding the court proceedings have been given, but these proceedings again do not focus on the admissibility, or we can say the deciding the evidential value of the digital evidences. And also there is one of the challenges or the lacunas that can be said is the reliance of the ICC, as they lack their own human resource, or their own funded system and organization to look into the investigation. So in many cases they have also relied upon the other non-governmental organizations and open source which are available on the internet. There are some relevant cases wherein the digital evidences was submitted, but as you can see, in the very first case of prosecutor versus Lubanga, in this case, there were a lot of digital evidences submitted, but in the end, the decision was given based on the testimonials. Then again, another case of Al Mehdi and Al Warfali. So herein again the authentic, because the testimonies were submitted through the witnesses, Therefore, they discarded the authenticity of the digital evidences because of the lack of the technical expertise. There is another similar case of 2017, prosecutor versus Mohammed Mustafa Al-Warfali. So in this case too, because of the online social media based evidences were submitted, and therefore the court itself has not relied upon this. So what are the basic challenges that we see is the from the technical perspective is the verification of all the online data and the vast amount of the data which is being collected and needs to be categorized and further assessed, and of course has to go through the general process of data collection, examination, analysis, and based on the reporting will be done. Now, for this, the ICC needs to be well equipped and well trained investigators, prosecutors, including the defense attorneys and the judges who can understand the value of such digital evidences. In conclusion, these are the loopholes, are the we can say the challenges which still exist and which needs to be worked upon. More we can say talk about the cost of the exploration of the evidences and the balancing resources, and of course, which may also lead to the fairness of the proceedings being questioned in the future ahead. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Next, please.
Dr. Sarika, I want to know what is the view of ICC regarding this Russian-Ukraine war at this moment? Hello, are you listening?
Yes, yes, sir.
What is the view of ICC at present regarding Russia-Ukraine war?
Sir, the proceeding has been initiated, and also an arrest warrant was issued through ICC against the President Vladimir Putin, and also the head of the Human Rights Commission in Russia, because this was a large-scale invasion wherein individual, you can say, responsibility or liabilities could not be identified based on the evidences or the physical evidences. Therefore, as the head of the state, the liabilities were put on the person, and this is one of the first cases wherein a person, though there were cases wherein the heads were also tried before this, before the ICC, but herein the country which has been prosecuted, the head who has been made liable, he himself is being part of one of the powerful five nations, or we can say also the member state of the Security Council. Therefore, still the proceedings are going ahead, and at the moment, it is we can say at a still stage that they are just investigating and trying to explore more data. But because Russia has denied to submit themselves to the this inquiry, being called that this is a conspiracy against the state. Led by the United States. So, therefore, nothing more has taken place at the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Anjali Devi.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'll
Now,
start.
our next speaker is Miss Anjali Devi.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will share screen.
Excuse me, can you just hold on? We are going to next speaker, Manju ma'am. Are you here, Manju ma'am? Anjali Devi, you will present after Manju ma'am. Is it okay for you?
Um,
Miss Anjali Devi,
okay,
you can
sure.
present after this. Is it fine for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, then you can close. Miss Manju ma'am, are you here? Miss Manju ma'am?
Miss Anjali, now you can present.
Miss Anjali Devi, you can present.
Okay, ma'am. A very good morning to the audience. A very good evening to all the dignitaries, audience, and fellow participants. My name is Anjali, and I'm here to present my paper on snake venom in Indian society, navigating cultural symbolism and substance abuse. I would like to thank the organizers of ICFSL for this wonderful opportunity. Snake venom is nothing but saliva, modified through the course of evolution as a mode of self defense and weapon to hunt and kill prey. It is secreted by the parotid gland and is a complex mixture of enzymes, peptides, metal ions, and proteins of low molecular weight. Venom is smuggled in three forms majorly. It can be transported in liquid form. This has a low shelf life and it is more prone to bacterial activity. The liquid venom is dried to produce lyophilized venom, which is the crystalline or powder form. Live snakes are also transported for their venom as they can be milked multiple times and also bred to get more snakes. The study aims to enumerate cases of illegal trade and abuse of snake venom. It highlights vulnerable groups of people who may get addicted and it recommends the inclusion of snake venom in the NDPS Act. For this article, data was procured from published articles in medical journals and newspapers between 2012 and 2023. In snake venom abuse cases, the following 15 criteria that have been listed here were considered, and for snake venom trafficking, the 10 of these criteria were considered. The study revealed that the majority of individuals addicted to substances such as cannabis, heroin, or alcohol experienced heightened euphoria, a sense of well being, lethargy, and pain relief when these substances were consumed along with snake venom, even at lower doses despite their tolerance. Regarding trafficking, crystalline or powdered forms of venom hold greater economic value than the liquid venom. In several instances, containers bore identical labels suggesting potential association with the same criminal network. Recently, Big Boss OTT winner Elvish Yadav was arrested in the snake venom rave party case. A case under the Wildlife Act was registered against him in Noida and 5 others for arranging snake venom for use as a recreational drug at rave parties last year. The police had raided a banquet hall on November 3rd last year in Sector 51 of Noida and arrested 5 people, including 4 snake charmers, and recovered 9 snakes, which included 5 cobras and 20 ml of snake venom. In the instance of Elvish Yadav, police intervention occurred. Yet most incidents of snake venom abuse come to light when a family member expresses concern or accidental overdose are reported in hospitals. Often this issue remains unnoticed. With modified drugs containing snake venom derivatives such as K72 and K76, underground trade in live snakes, and exploitation of snakes by charmers for venom sales. The true extent of this problem is largely unknown.
Miss Anjali Devi,
While the Indian government has
Miss Anjali Devi, please try to conclude in within 2 minutes.
Okay. While the Indian government has authorized the Irula tribes in Tamil Nadu to milk snakes and trade venom for the production of valuable antivenom, the practical enforcement of monitoring and regulating these activities proves immensely difficult. This challenge arises due to the significant financial stakes involved in the global venom market, leading to covert operations and illicit trade. Snakes are often skinned for leather production and fermented to create snake wine, which is a delicacy in the Cantonese culture. Additionally, venom is frequently utilized in Chinese medicine as an aphrodisiac. Substance abuse is a significant issue affecting a considerable portion of the Indian population, including adolescents and children, and is a major health concern. The misuse of snake venom can be influenced by experimentation, curiosity, and behavioral influences such as peer pressure, novelty seeking, impulsivity, seeking pain relief, cultural beliefs, easy availability and access to venom, and underlying mental health conditions. The reported cases of snake venom misuse are particularly intriguing as they seem to be unique to India, where instances of recreational use have been documented. It is worth noting that individuals who misuse snake venom often experiment with a variety of psychoactive substances before turning to this risky procedure. The NDPS Act doesn't address the issue of addiction, preparation, or illicit trade of snake venom. This gap in the legislature must be addressed to effectively regulate substances and implement legal measures. Although cobras in India are currently protected under the Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act, we require more stringent laws to curb their abuse and illicit sale. These are my references.
Ms. Anjali
Thank
Devi,
you.
your time is up. We are open for questions.
What is the conclusion? Hello, what is the conclusion of this slide? What is the conclusion of snake venom? I am just
Ma'am, the conclusion is that it can be used as a substance of abuse and it should be added to the NDPS Act. That's the agenda of the study.
okay, fine.
Next participant is Ms. Shikha Upati. Are you here? Ms. Shikha Upati?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can present. Ms. Shikha, the allotted time is only 5 minutes. Please conclude within the time.
Okay, ma'am.
You can start the presentation, it's visible.
Good evening, all of you. I'm Shikha Upadhyay, scholar in Jain University. I'm going to present a topic today: voice manipulation in the digital age. So, my objective of this, I have to just analyze all type of deep generation methods and their relation with the vocal parameters and its impact with the cybersecurity and digital forensic as it's visible in the title. As we all are aware that voice is something that is very important and integral part of our life, and there are many cases that is coming nowadays related to the WhatsApp voice fake, then the video call and different types of scam that is going on. So deep fake voice is nothing but the ability to manipulate and deceive through the artificial voice has raised a critical concern surrounding voice authenticity and security. So if I'm talking about the term that is deepfake AI voice, that means I am just going to use some particular type of artificial algorithm just to create or manipulate any type of a audio recording that is present, and it can be any family friends or the person who is a celebrity or any voice. Yes, ma'am.
Could you please turn on your camera? We can see you. You kindly turn on your camera. Yeah, now you are visible. You can continue.
So deep AI, how it works? So it is basically work like a human brain. In human brain, we have a different types of nodes. So what it does, this in the first picture we have the human brain, and in the second picture this is a framework of a deep learning method. In deep learning method, we have three type of a layer. First is an input layer, second one is a hidden node layer, and the third one is a output node layer. That means in the first one, how the algorithm, the particular deep learning method will work. If I'm going to give any input sample for the voice, so it will be done by the input layer method. And in the second one, that is the second part. And this small things is nothing but a different types of a node. That is the processing part of that particular deep learning method will be done by the hidden node layer. And when it will complete all the process, then it will send the particular processed information to output layer. And after the output layer, the whatever we are giving the inputs in the algorithm, whatever we are able to see, the particular result, it will be there by the help of output node layer. So if I'm just going to give you a simple example, deep learning is a little complicated and complex process from the normal machine learning methods. For example, there is a dog. It's not like I'm just going to train a dog to sit and to stay. It's like I am going to train my dog how to recognize a particular chat and how to answer a particular call in a different manner. So this is just a very simple scenario to understand it, because this one is a more complex than a normal machine learning methods. So my methodology and research design it is, because this is a very small topic in my PhD research. So first is a comprehensive literature review. What are the papers available in different platforms? Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Shikha, please conclude within 2 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Deepfake voice generation techniques to understand its method, then collection of audio samples, then generate the fake voice from the audio samples. And I have used i5 CPU and the GPU system for the algorithm training and testing purpose. So these are my review of literature that I have done, because we have the less time, so I'm not going to read it. After analysis of all the review of literature, we have a different types of voice generation method, that is concatenative synthesis. In that, what we have a different types of a pre-recorded voice sample, and at the last, what the algorithm is going to do, it is just going to join all the algorithm. Then after that, it gives the particular result. And if you will search in the Google, there are different types of a website software that works, and in which the most famous is Descript and Lyrebird, that I have listed in tools and techniques. And if I'm just going to use the programming languages, in Python, there is a library that is SpideUp and flat scripting that is used concatenative synthesis process. And the second one is parametric synthesis, in which what it does, I have the pre-recorded samples in my machine. What I will do, I will just recognize what type of desired voice I want, and on the basis of it, I will just generate it. So this is a function of parametric synthesis. In articulatory synthesis, how the person is speaking, the movement of the vocal track will be modeled by the particular algorithm, then it will give the result.
The time is up. We are open for the questions.
Hello. Ashika, can you please tell me what is the inclusion and exclusion criteria of your study?
Ma'am, I have added 18 to 25 years old female and male voices. So in my sample, there is no to after that, after 25 age of the people is not there. And the people who have any type of disease and they are taking the alcohol or anything. So it should be this is the exclusion, and there should be no noise and all. So it is in the controlled environment.
Are you taking the voicemail? Voice
No, ma'am. Recording. Can I show you my one input that I have generated?
Yeah, you can.
So I am not able to play this. So I have generated a deepfake voice with a simple 5 seconds of audio sample. So I just wanted to show. Hello. So this is, ma'am, can you hear? Hello.
Yeah, actually, we are. So,
hello. And then this is a sample that is generated by the artificial intelligence.
AI, known as deepfake voices. These voices sound real but are actually synthetic. My goal is to develop AI.
Yes, ma'am.
We have A.B. Joseph. Mr. A.B. Joseph, are you here? Mr. A.B. Joseph? Mr. A.B. Joseph, are you here? Dr. J. Lakshmi Charan?
Ma'am, can I stop sharing?
Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. J. Lakshmi Charan, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are and visible. You can kindly start the presentation.
Okay, just a second, ma'am. I'll just share my PPT.
Yeah, sure. Ma'am, the allotted time is only 5 minutes. Kindly conclude within the time.
Is my PPT is visible?
Yeah, it's visible. You can start.
A very good afternoon, ma'am. This is Dr. Lakshmi. And my topic is dealing with scientific advancements in forensic DNA fingerprints, a catalyst in cracking criminal cases in India. In this case, we have dealing with the forensic science in criminal cases, and wherein in the initial stage, police are responsible for maintaining the crime scene management, and then they need to follow up with the forensic department. As per the principle of Locard's principle of exchange, it deals with when one data is touching, when anything touches with the other, it exchanges the data. Similarly, in a crime scene, also when a criminal has committed an offense, his data is exchanged in the form of DNA, and that DNA we can find it with the test of forensic DNA fingerprinting or genome fingerprinting. When this has been initially started, and we have two tests. Basically, these two tests deals with RFLP, and the other one is polymerase chain reaction test. These are the two tests which deals with the forensic DNA fingerprinting, such as any such body fluid identification. However, these two tests have very limitation that if any such crime scene has been if the DNA has been degraded or it has a lower sample quality of DNA sample, yes, ma'am. Then in that case, we cannot deal with
Question and conclusion part. Please, you have only 3 minutes. So please
okay,
the
ma'am.
method.
So we have yes, ma'am. We have advanced with the DNA fingerprinting techniques such as massive parallel sequencing or the next generation sequencing, and in this we can we can deal with the parallel sequencing of the multiple small fragments of the DNA. Where I have conducted a review of the in my methodology, I have conducted a doctoral research, and I have conducted systematic review so that I can find in two of the sites, wherein these sites I have segregated selected few of the research papers based on the abstracts and their titles, and then I found all these scientific advancements that has been taken in the forensic DNA fingerprinting. These are some of the laws which have been dealt with forensic DNA fingerprinting, and that is Article 51A of the Indian Constitution. And these are the few recent laws that has come up with the criminal laws in the year of 2023, which deals with the BNSS and the BSc. Along with this, we have one more act, Section 3 of the Criminal Procedure Identification Act 2022, wherein in this act, where the state government or the central government with the law enforcement agency, either by the police or any other agency, they can collect whole lot of measurements of the accused person. However, this test has yet to pass with the test of doctrine of proportionality test, because this, based on this test only, we can consider as constitutional valid. We have some of the challenges, wherein in this case, I have considered two of the Supreme Court judgments, where in Rahul was the State of Delhi Minister of Home Affairs. In this case, where the forensic test, this is a case of gang rape and murder of a girl, and when the forensic have collected all the data and they have given the result, it had matched with the results of the accused DNA. However, the Supreme Court, it had categorically stated that because these experts have failed to properly collect the DNA test, and thereby, even though the research, the DNA result is matching with the accused, the court didn't consider that result, and they have acquitted the accused based on the other evidences as well. Even in further other case also I have dealt with Manoj versus state of Madhya Pradesh. Even in this case, they have collected with the DNA samples. However, the expert, he did not mention random occurrence ratio. What was the ratio frequency of the particular DNA profile in the set of population?
Time limit
In this case,
over, ma'am.
yes, I'm just concluding. So we have found that forensic DNA fingerprinting We have advances, but in order to have, I am giving suggestions, we require comprehensive legislation dealing with the regulation of forensic sciences with whole lot of procedure how to conduct it either by the forensic experts as well as the law enforcement agencies. Along with this, forensic law should be incorporated in the curriculum of both forensic experts as well as forensic science students as well as law students. Thank you, ma'am.
Time is up. We are open for questions.
Yes, ma'am.
No questions. Thank you, ma'am. Your presentation was nice. That's what they said. We are going.
Thank you. Have a nice day, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day. Mr. Paras Sharma.
Am I audible?
Mr. Paras Sharma.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You kindly turn on your camera and.
There is just a small issue with my camera. I'm not able to switch on my camera. I think there is a driver issue. So
Okay.
is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine. You can share your screen and don't spend too much time in your introduction. You please come to research and discussion. Otherwise, conclude your presentation as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Only 5 minutes. Try to conclude as
Yeah,
soon as
sure. So I am Paras. I am research scholar in Chandigarh University. I am working on research in which we are examining the heritability of facial characteristics or craniofacial dimensions to the 3 generations of the family. By I am concluding this, I am examining this research. I am doing this, examining my sample by using the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So in this, if we talk about the facial recognition or the facial features, how important they are. So as we know that the children and any of the new one is being recognized when they took birth and they came up in their life with the facial features that mummy pe gaya, papa pe gaya, and etc. So that is why facial feature is important to see, to individualize that this person belongs to this particular generation. Now, in that we have number of literature regarding that. We have the number of people have worked on the same thing. Like people have worked on the Saudi people, Chinese people, Indian people also. But all of the research, whatever is there, is basically on the 2 generation. They are not taking the grandparents in their studies. So this is the loop or the area which I found in here to look after. So in here, what we have done, we have collected in this study, we have collected 51 family with the age group of 14-year plus. In the method, if I talk about the method, then I have applied the machine learning algorithm, CV2, computer vision, NumPy, Matplotlib, and DLib. The analysis which I have done in that is ANOVA, is Z-score, t-test, chi-square test, PCOA plot, and linear regression and random forest. Why this much of examination and analysis? Basically to support each and every analysis, which we're going to conclude with a concrete conclusion. Now in here we can see this is the image which is being generated by the AI by using the algorithm, in which these are the parameters which I have taken, and these are the landmarks which is shown in the image also, that these are the parameters and these landmarks are being measured from where to where, from landmark number 4 to 12 and so on. So these are the things. Then this is the basically visual data visualization of whatever measurement in the pixels I am getting from the algorithm. As we can see in the graph, basically that number of I have attached only 4 families. In this we can see that these are families are having very quite similar characteristics, but in here in family number 1, the generation 1 is showing a peak in axion to axion. So we have some differential characteristics also, as we know that because of the environmental and because of the genetics. Then I have done the Pearson correlation, and then in this I have found that this in this I have found that all of the sample are highly correlated with each other, and the correlation is basically more than 0.9. Correlation is 0.9. So I have done the t-test also to support the correlation. The t-test also given me the p-value which is more than which is more than 0.05, which will go because of that it is not we can't reject the null hypothesis. And then the same test, the chi-square test, also for the support of correlation and t-test, it is also giving me a good result, which is giving me the high p-value, and this is indicating that we can't reject the null hypothesis in here also. Then supporting to that, we have the ANOVA also. Again, it gave the high p-value to me. PCOA, I have done the principal coordinate analysis in that. In the principal coordinate analysis, what I have seen these are the results of the principal coordinate analysis. What I have seen in this, that number of all the generations of the family, generation 1, 2, and 3, are showing few of the clusters which are similar to each other, and few of the features which are distinct to each other. So in here, it is giving me a good result, a good principal component analysis between the family. Now I have done the TSNE in this PCOA to support my principal coordinate analysis result, and it is also giving me a quite good result with the high distinct cluster in that. Then linear regression. With the accuracy, I have created a model in which, with the accuracy of 66 to 99%, we can predict by using the grandparents and the parents feature, we can predict the generation 3. Yeah, I am concluding. Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Then, if we talk about the random forest, this is the last analysis which I have done to support all the analysis, whatever we have done. I have this is a random forest, which is machine learning algorithm. Of course, in here again, with all the high accuracy, it is giving me 97 to 99% of accuracy, that by using the measurement feature measurement or craniometric measurement of third generation, first generation, and second generation, we can predict the measurement of the third generation. So this is what I have concluded in this particular study. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next participant is Professor Dr. Nanda Kumar. Are you here? Mr. Paras, you can share. Thank you. Dr. Nanda Kumar, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. I am here.
You can share your screen and kindly turn on your camera.
Just on, ma'am. So let the other person sign off.
Yes. Yes, can I leave?
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So we only have 5 minutes. So
yes, ma'am. Yeah, I understand. So my name is Dr. Nanda Kumar from Rashtra University. So my study is on depression, anxiety, and stress among male and female police personnel. So police personnel of constable rank experience significant stress level due to the nature of work and long duration of working hours. Due to this, police personnel are at the risk of depression, anxiety, and suicide and stress. So these are the 4 studies that says that the need for the study, that some sort of test has to be done, research has to be done to understand the depression, anxiety, and stress. So the objective is to compare the level of depression, anxiety, and stress between male and female police personnel. Hypothesis: there will be no significant difference in depression, anxiety, and stress between male and female police personnel. So when you use SP office Shimoga district, and study was cross-sectional study design. So totally it is 50 was being planned, but could able to get only 42, 21 male and 22 female police personnel. So social demographic data sheet and DAS 21 was administered. So after getting the institutional permission and from the SP, and consent was taken from the police personnel, both the data sheet and DAS 21 administered on all the 42 participants. SPSS 16 version was used to analyze the distributed statistics and the t-test to know the comparison between the mean. So on the mean age of the male police was 33 and female was 38. The mean education was 14 in male and 14 years of education in male and 14 years in female. And the marital status was 9 married in male and 17 married in female, and married 12 in male and 4 in female. So overall, you see, so there is no difference between the depression, anxiety, and stress between male and female police personnel. However, So you can see, so there is the mild level of depression is coming out, depression, anxiety, and stress. You can see the value because the value zero is never and one is sometimes. So they have given sometimes. So to conclude that, so they have mild level of depression, anxiety, and stress. So basically, the clinical implication is that every month I'm already doing stress management for them. So in that, so I used to do the baseline assessment. So that the stress management is continuing every month. So that is the implication. So because the work is like that, and definitely, so they need some sort of counseling and stress management. Thank you. These are my reference. Thank you.
Sir, you are focusing only on depression, not the kind of antidepressant they are taken.
So, ma'am, basically, this is a screening tool only and not a diagnostic tool. They are all functional only. So, there is no clinical depression at all. But my level of sadness are there. So, that has been handled to the stress management training.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Vivek. Dr. Vivek. Dr. Vivek, are you here, Dr. Vivek? Dr. Vivek. Ms. Manju ma'am, are you here? Mr. A.B. Joseph, are you here? Dr. Vivek, are you here?
And do you want to give he's not said anything.
Dr. Parar Sharma, are you here? Mr. Parar Sharma, are you here? Paras Sharma? Mr. Paras Sharma, are you here?
No problem, ma'am.
Okay, we are concluding this session with this. Thank you so much, the delegates. Thank you so much, the participants.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Who is this?
Hello. Ma'am, I'm Raman Krishna. My presentation, I haven't
Hello.
given slot for presentation.
Are you sure you have presentation today only?
Hello. Ma'am, same here with the Himanshu. I also applied for the oral presentation.
Madam, I am I also applied for the oral presentation.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we are taking wait. I'm reaching to you. Give me 1 minute. Kindly mute yourself.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
उनके नाम तो है नहीं जो बोल रहे हैं. They have not given their name. Then how could they create the last moment that they? Himanshu was yesterday presentation.
Hello.
Himanshu had given yesterday presentation.
When? I haven't give yesterday because
Mohit Yadav. Mr. Mohit Yadav.
Yes, ma'am.
May I know your track?
Ma'am, I'm doing a poster presentation.
Sorry, what?
Poster presentation. Poster?
Poster presentation.
Yeah.
Ma'am, poster presentation.
however mine is oral presentation.
PPT presentation.
Mr. Mohit, poster presentation is not happening in online, it's in offline. You were supposed to be in the venue. You are not here, right?
Ma'am, I asked them, but they said even online also poster presentation is there. But I have a PPT slides. Can I do it?
No, it's not like that. If you are already registered for the poster
Excuse me, ma'am.
presentation.
No, but we didn't get information that whether our presentation was in third and on fourth. There is no notification for that.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. Ma'am, we have our university exams from Jain University. I'm Kaustubh talking from Jain University. We are having our university exams, hence we can't be, we will not be able to come offline. That is why we have sent a mail regarding this, and we have contacted Amarnath sir, and he said it's totally fine in presenting online, and he gave us a permission. We have mailed regarding this already to the committee as well.
Hello, regarding me, Dr.
Those who haven't presented, those who haven't presented, all are for the poster presentation or for the PPT? Oral presentation.
Ma'am,
I'm from oral.
We are
from
oral presentation.
Those who are in oral, kindly raise your hand. Mr. Himanshu,
Miss Himanshu,
you already
ma'am. It's Miss Himanshu, and I haven't given any presentation yet. And I have registered on 18th of March.
Yours is poster or oral presentation?
Oral presentation, ma'am.
And may I know your track?
Ma'am, it was not mentioned, like we didn't get notification which track or something.
You didn't get any notification about the track, right?
No, that's what. But I got the information that my abstract is getting accepted.
Have you registered for this?
Ma'am, I registered on 18th of March. That is quite prior.
You have paid also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you are there to present poster and the oral presentation? Just kindly raise your hands.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I myself, Mayank David Raipode, and I was also having an oral presentation today. Actually, I contacted ma'am, and she asked me to present it tomorrow, like today.
Yeah, we will take a presentation. I just want to know who all are there for today's presentation. Like, kindly raise your hands. I can only see 3 hands.
Ma'am, I didn't get the okay.
Yes, yes.
I didn't get the option of raise hand. Where it is.
I will call out the names. Just let me know.
Mine is there, but I'm not able to find the this raise option. Please kindly consider.
I will just call out your name, Miss Himanshu. Himanshi
Yes.
or Himanshu?
Himanshu. HIMANSHU.
Okay, Miss Himanshu. Mr. Mayank, Mr. Raman, Mr. Mohit, Miss Divya, or anybody else I have missed? Did I miss anyone?
Tamanna.
It's me, Shumon Chakravarti.
Miss Tamanna and Mr. what? Mr.
Shumon Chakravarti.
Suman, right? Could you please spell your name?
SUMAN
SUMAN.
KUMAR Chakravarti.
Just check your name is here or not. Mr. Raman, Miss Himanshu, Mr. Mayank, Miss Divya, Mr. Mohit, and Mr. Suman.
Ma'am, Astha Sharma.
Astha Sharma.
Ma'am, Kausalya, ma'am.
Astha Sharma, Kausalya. Kausalya, you were supposed to join yesterday.
We weren't given any
It's not, ma'am. Actually, we weren't informed whether our presentations are third or fourth. But still, yesterday when I attended the meeting, I didn't get my name as well. Actually, it's myself and Divya who is presenting the presentation together. But we've applied separate.
बुला रहे हैं मैं भी बुला रही हूँ वैसे
Everyone, please wait for 5 minutes. We will get back to you.
ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन अभी क्या हो रहा है अभी पोस्टर प्रेजेंट हो रहा है ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंटेशन
Miss Tamanna, you are also presenting?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay.
कुछ बात बोलते अगर वो बोलते हैं तो मैं आ जाऊंगी हाँ हाँ नो I will tell club college members. There how many students now? We have nine students. 5 to 45 minutes. We only have 6, 7 minutes. Now we have 9 more. നാളെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു പിന്നെ അവിടുത്തെ കൂടി അങ്ങനെ ഏഴായതാ ഇപ്പൊ 9 വരും എന്നിട്ട് ചേട്ടനോട് എന്താ പറയാ जाने का मन कर behavior. We have only 5 to 6 students now. 8 more students. How is it? 9 more. 9. I'm leaving. And I will take the lead. Master Raman. Raman. R-A-M. It's Himanshu. और Himanshu, Mr. Maya. Mr. Maya, can you talk about it online? Yes, Himanshu, go to the Himanshu, Himanshu. नहीं, that is Mr. Himanshu. Yes, Himanshu. Yes, Divya.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mohit Yadav. Mr. Suman Chakraborty. No need to press it. 1 second. Yeah. Mohit Yadav. Suman Chakraborty. The Divya has not reported actually. She have registered, right? Not yet registered, but it is online. Offline. ठीक है हाँ सुमन चक्रवर्ती सुमन का देखते सुमन मेरे फर्स्ट बता सॉरी मैम देखिए मोहित का पोस्टर है ऑनलाइन बट ऑनलाइन पोस्टर मैं कर सकते हैं पोस्टर इज नॉट एक्सेसिबल ऑनलाइन मोहित मैम दे वर आस्किंग कि दे कैन प्रेजेंट द स्लाइड्स नाउ इट इज नॉट ऑनलाइन से कैसे दे देंगे हो रहा है ठीक है मिस आस्था शर्मा देखना मिस कौशल्या आशा दिखने वाली अच्छी नाम है आशा के नाम से आशा शर्मा मैम आशा शर्मा आशा शर्मा ये हाँ ये फोटो प्रेजेंटेशन हाँ How can we do online? Okay, ma'am. Miss Kausalya? Kausalya. Yes, ma'am. K-A-U. K-O-W. 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 ठीक है फोटो प्रेजेंटेशन इनका भी ठीक है मिस तमन्या 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 देखा तमन्या को भी नाम Miss Tamanya ma'am. Tamanya is also offline. Offline or presentation private of online basis. Cannot say that. So you will evaluate the composition prepared. You can give the mark. किस basis पे ना? वो बोले तो कभी
Miss Divya, Mr. Mohit, Mr. Suman, Miss Asta, and Miss Kausalya, you were all, and Miss Tamanya, you were all poster presentations, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, poster
My
presentation
one,
online not allowed.
my Suman Chakravarti, my one was not poster, it was oral presentation. It was confirmed by Dr. Mishra.
Mr. Suman Chakraborty,
Yeah,
yours is oral presentation, sir.
yeah.
Okay, and the rest of you, Miss Divya, Mr. Mohit, Miss Asta, Miss Kausalya, and Miss
Poster presentation, ma'am. Divya and Kausalya.
poster presentations.
Yes, ma'am. We have got permission from the university because of our semester exams.
Ma'am, because of their semester exams, I'm the faculty. We took the permission to give online poster presentation because they have exams tomorrow, end semester exams, and we have a duties here. So that is the reason we requested for online poster presentation.
Sir, could you please tell me from whom you had contacted about this?
Ma'am, we yesterday, when they called and they asked for the oral or poster presentation, I think Arish person, and even students also sent an email to the organizing, and they said yes, you will be given a slot to give a online poster presentation.
Excuse me, ma'am. We have contacted Dr. Amarnath Mishra and we have talked about this to him. And he said send a mail with a copy of the university exam timetable. We have did that as well. And sir said that you will get permissions for online presentation. Along with his permission, only we applied for this.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, we are running a little bit short on time because the valedictory has already started. So we will consider with the poster and oral presentations. Maybe if you could directly jump into the conclusion parts, highlighting your main aspects of the study. So maybe we can wind up in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, Tamanna also oral presentation.
Tamanya is also oral presentations.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can do one thing. As soon as I call all your names, you can directly come to your conclusion aspects, highlight the main portion of your study, and we can consider that. Okay. So we'll start off with Mr. Raman Krishnan. Are you ready, Mr. Raman Krishna?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
If you could please share your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Highlight your main portion of the study. It would be helpful.
Sure, ma'am. A very good afternoon to the chairperson, our respected dignitaries, my fellow participants, and the organizing committee. I am Raman Krishna, a third year BLLB student from Symbiosis Law School, Nagpur. I will be presenting a PPT on my research paper. The topic is DNA profiling towards administering justice. Um, Coming to the conclusion parts, I would like to first say that there is that what is the DNA? DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid, often referred to as a fundamental building block of genetic blueprint of life. Then coming to what is DNA profiling? DNA profiling or DNA fingerprinting serves as a forensic methodology aimed at identifying individuals by scrutinizing the unique pattern inherent within their DNA. There are judicial aspects. The case laws are also there, such as Kalikattu, Kathi Kallu Ogad case to Mukesh case, in which the author confronts the question of privacy, consent, constitutional rights, underscoring the need for nuanced legal approach in the realm of legal provisions governing profiling. A delicate balance between upholding constitutional safeguard and ensuring effective regulation is paramount. The Indian Constitution, through Article 20, Subclause 3, and Article 21, safeguards against the self-incrimination and unauthorized intrusion on life and liberty, respectively. Complementing these constitutional provisions, DNA profiling is regulated by provisions within the criminal CRPC, notably section.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
From the conclusion part, what is the conclusion of your study?
Uh, uh, Ma'am, coming to the conclusion part, uh, I have done the analysis of withdrawn bill DNA regulation bill 2019, which was withdrawn, and suggested some insights from my side, which are uh, establishment of national regional data banks, along with the removal of profiles of acquitted offenders and deceased individuals, underscores the importance of data scrutiny and privacy protection. And I have even suggested the composition of an independent regulatory body comprising members distinguished in biological sciences or genetics, aims to ensure the expertise and impartiality in oversight. However, the concerns regarding the removal of DNA profiles, adequacy of consent safeguards, and clarity in sample collection procedures highlight the need for further deliberations. And that would be all from my side as per the conclusion part.
Yes. What is the main conclusion of your study?
Ma'am, my main conclusion of studies were that standing parliamentary committee in its 340th report have stated that there were so many lacunas in the today legal framework which we require right now, but they are still not addressed in the bill of 2019. Uh, so uh, there is a need of legal provisions which would be of uh, which would take care of all the as a comprehensive way will take care of the DNA profiling as a methodology.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Miss Himanshu, are you here?
Around. Yes, ma'am.
Kindly start your presentation.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Your conclusion. We don't have that much time for introduction.
No problem, ma'am. It's an informative session, so it will be in a very quick mode.
You can start your presentation. You kindly
Yeah. Yes. So my topic is forensic insight into the dark side of athletic performance, health, ethics, and doping. It's not a experimental presentation, but it's a like discussion and what we do and what we know. I am working as a PhD scholar in the Center of Excellence for Narcotic and Psychotropic Substances as well as nutritional supplement for testing of a sports person. So there is a problem of PEDs. What is PEDs? PEDs are the performance enhancing drug. They have a different type of them. For example, AAS, hormone, narcotic stimulant, beta 2 agonist. We know each and everything, almost name, but we can understand that people are taking to enhance their capacity. So you can see in the image, the normal person is a one who do hard work but didn't get the strength. So there are some reasons, psychological and physiological and social. Like there is a pressure, there is a need to get more of the oxygen carry capacity or build muscle or to get recovery fast. While in case of social, everyone wants to win, even if it is on the like at a cost of their career. It happens. So the next is health risk ethics. When we are doing, anyone is doing doping. So it's not only about the taking drugs, but it is a mixture of health, ethics, and their ban in the drug sports. So if we talk about health, it directly affect to the addiction, mood swings, and it affect our vitals organ. While we are talking about ethics, it is not even sometimes it is not even consent. It is just a threat. Because sometimes what happen, our coaches are giving some powder or something that okay, you take it, nothing will happen. But that's the problem. Then next is the doping. All things come together. Not only eating something for enhancing drug, while if we are not even getting the samples at the time of testing. Yes, ma'am. This is my main slide.
Your conclusion, please. We don't have.
Yeah, ma'am. This is the main. Yeah, this is the main slide. So this here you can say there are 3 points: pre-testing, post-testing, and the main testing. So here the problem is when we have any kind of sample, as new psychoactive substances, new performance testing substances are coming. So we don't have that screening capacity. So this is one lacuna. The second lacuna is the half-life of that drug. Third, even if that is happening, we don't have awareness. So the point is like even if the testing facility is very high, even if the quality is very high, still not happening. So for this, these are the some analytical challenges and advancement that is happening at in present days. Here I like towards accountability and integrity, like tamper-proof process. No one can spike that. Legal standards should be good. Collaborative effort, engagement and education among youth, students, and all. Then there is a role of education, foundation integrity, foundational integrity, health education skills. Their role model should be. They should not like advertise to have some kind of drugs or something. So this is my takeaway from this presentation. Joint forces of education and science, we can definitely reduce it. We can meet the doping challenges as the forensic evolve. This help in the like controlling the future as we have a Paris road to Paris 2024. Then strict doping adherence is required and clean sportsmen, and that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
We are now jumping to Mr. Mayank. Are you here, Mayank? Mr. Mayank, are you here? Miss Divya, are you here? Miss
Yes,
Divya?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
No, Kausalya is talking, right?
Yes, ma'am. Kausalya and Divya both are presenting together, ma'am. Our paper is same. We register separately for the purpose of certificate.
Okay, no problem. You can just kindly share your screen. Your camera is on and we can hear you, so kindly share your screen. I hope, Kausalya, you know that you only have 5 minutes. So
Yes.
Your conclusion as soon as possible and just conclude it fast. So you can at least get your time.
We won't take more than 2 minutes. Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes, everything is visible. You kindly start.
So our topic is like my name is Kausalya and she's my friend Divya. We are working on leveraging artificial intelligence to integrate forensic databases. Recently, the crime have increased and the serial crimes are like kind of famous now. So this is delaying the justice system as we don't have enough facilities to collect data from various regions that crimes happening. So we are creating an AI which could connect the databases of various places. So as soon as we enter the detail, we'll get all the details like related curated cases based on the modus operandi, evidences, and the victim information and the case details. We'll get all the reference cases so that if there is a serial crime or something happening like that, we can easily get the reference of the other cases, and it will be help. Give us swifter, it will help in swifter justification, justice. And now I would like to tell about the methodology. In this, we are using AI where we will put the information and it will be segmented into different data the segmentation will take place like the evidence, the victims present, and the age of the victim, the modus of operandi, all this will be segmented, and then it will be digitally tagged. The case will be digitally tagged and it will be put into a AI classifier by randomization. After that, when comparing, it will take the reference case. After taking the reference cases, the features of the reference case as well as our case will be extracted and the features will be matched with each other. When the matching happens, like more are the keywords and the behavioral patterns and the way it is the crime has occurred, the more modus operandi, the evidence is present, and the victims, the matching victims. If the cases matches, then we will get the results of those cases in the form of a PDF or other file formats, which can help, which will which will increase the speed of the investigation process and process justice can be given. Now, Divya will conclude the post. So this is a code snippet screenshot. So I will be talking about the research, which is ultimately we can automate the legal information sharing for better collaboration, which ultimately helps us to manage the information efficiently and helps the police officers and investigation officers to take quick references. So by this, we can use the AI to streamline the information for law enforcement, and it gets us easily access to the relevant cases and improves the communication and gives a safer environment for case evidences. So I'll be concluding by saying that this research will establish AI as the transformative force in the field of forensic science, which helps in faster case resolution, mining for crucial evidences, and provide justice to the respective cases.
Yes, I G
Thank
and
you for the
Rasar. Yes, I R ಬದಲು.
Thank you for the presentation. It was very good. Now our next presenter is Mr. Mohit Yadav.
Yes, ma'am. I'm presenting.
Yeah, kindly share your screen. Kausalya, thank you so much.
Thank you.
My screen is visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah, it's visible now. You conclude within 5 minutes, so jump into your
Ma'am, ఇది only UG వాళ్ళకేనా లేకపోతే
And my topic is on different techniques and tools used for
undergraduate
the flow
integrated
facial
law
features
courses అన్నమాటికే
from the CT scan.
Mohit Yadav, 1 second. Who is speaking? Kausalya, are you speaking? May I know who is interfering?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Kausalya is not.
Okay, Mohit, you kindly continue. I'm sorry.
This is a 5-year review study, and I took use the Prisma guidelines from PubMed and Google Scholar. Total 112 articles were screened, and out of that, 25 taken for our exclusion and inclusion criteria. So the tools which are used for finding a facial features, like landmarks, it is measured with the digital scale with the software called DICOM software, and the CT scan images for a population. I'm doing my PhD on the Dakshin Kannada population in Karnataka, the South Indian population. So there is a DFA functional analysis, discriminant functional analysis is a tool to define the population specific, and it's a population specific formula. So we are doing a review study now for the basic starting of the research. So 5-year review study in that three major Indian population from North India they studied, and they used the DICOM software, the DICOM Radiant software, and the same samples like 100 plus samples from males and females they took. And the CT scan is a viable source. It's non-invasive, and it gives a clear structure of the bones, the cranial features, the cephalofacial region features, and because of the ethical issues, we don't have any body forms to do a research on the dry skulls. So the population from different population, even a missing case or the decomposed case or partially burnt or charred bodies, we can use this kind of method. And we are requesting for the database, and we are trying to collaborate with the researchers from north and all the regions in part of India to start set up a database for the CT scan, because every CT scan in every medical colleges 3 years it is getting deleted. The data will be get deleted.
Mr. Mohit,
Yes, ma'am.
what's the conclusion of your study?
Yeah, ma'am. From the 3 year study, the 5 year review study, there is a scope for more research in this area. And in Indian population, there is only very few research, only North Indian, and only 1 or 2 articles were there for the South Indian population. So there is a scope for the more research in this region, in this area, and the database requirement is more important. These are my references, and I used the Prisma guidelines to screen the articles.
Thank you so much. It was a very good presentation. Now we are skipping to Mr. Suman Chakraborty.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Suman.
Am I audible?
You're not visible.
Yeah. Can I continue?
No, your camera has turned on. Yeah, you are visible, sir. Sir, you kindly share your PPT.
Just to that's it. Due to short time shortage, I'm just coming in a very short way.
Yes.
These are the multiple drug profiling drug in case of an unnatural death by application of green chemistry. Usual chemists, what people do with the normal classical chemistry, there are a lot of issues regarding health issues coming out. So now there was a peculiar case history that were missing youth about 22 years was discovered dead in a jungle by the side of a stream. This was the condition of the dead body when it was found after 2 days, almost partially putrefied, and it was also found in a very peculiar manner, in a very peculiar position. There were some other items like that of the dark paraphernalia and other items were available in the near the body. This was the face of the deceased. The post-mortem observation showed the average build body with tattoo marks, etc. And as per medical officer, the death was due to drug intoxication. However, it was to be confirmed by the FSL report. Now, for the experimental sections, we are doing for the poisons and other drugs, but conventional shifting from the conventional, I prefer to do by the solvent extractor, which is a easier method. This was the accelerated solvent extractor that has been used, and this was the solvent extractor chambers and the diatomic shards in which it was absorbed and subsequently extracted. The analytical results showed that there were no poisons available, but the subsequent extraction for drugs we used under the pressure, and this was carried out by solvent extractor, thus reducing the time and the solvent. The smaller size container was used for the blood sample extraction. The results indicated the presence of several drugs like diacetyl morphine, alprazolam, and methyl monoacetyl morphine also. The extracts were subjected to separation by GC and simultaneous detection by the. Now, these are some of the data sheets. The advantages of this system was that the deceased was an international boxing champion who has won several awards and medals, and the death had to be very much confirmed regarding the cause of his death, whether there was any other foul play or not. The renal article shows that he was under the influence of several restricted drugs at the time of death. The combined effect of the drugs has resulted in cardiorespiratory failure. But the advantage of this system that I have used was the fingerprints. The carousel positions had to be in open chamber and it automatically sealed under pressure. The cells were filled with solvents. Once reached the set temperature, it at constant temperature and pressure, and subsequently the samples are collected. Most advantage that the higher analyte solubility helps overcome the matrix effects, and faster desorption kinetics, the lower solvent viscosity, and efficient diffusion matrix. The solvents are kept at liquid temperature above the atmospheric pressure boiling point and help fill the cell repeatedly. It needs a lesser amount of visceria, lesser consumption of solvents, and no open air evaporation. High pressure extraction by nitrogen. Reduced exposure, simultaneous extraction of 3 samples were done. So that after even the results are not satisfactory, we need not go for another extraction. It reduces the analytical time and the validation time. And the re-extraction scope was there for the same solvent, because the same solvent, once it doesn't result in the classical chemistry, that has to be again extracted. It takes a lot of time, at least overnight, and this can be reduced to even half an hour to 3 hours. The green chemistry over the conventional chemical analysis methods has reduced the hazard of solvent exposure. The packed extraction results in much lesser exposure to solvents and toxic materials, including those related from those released from the viscera also. It is suggested that other safer extraction methods is used for the toxicology. I have no time, otherwise I have shown some other results also how it has been done. Thank you, madam.
Sir, I have a query. Very nice presentation. But I wanted to know, if we extract drug from blood, we do protonization, like we add sodium tungstate to deprotonize the blood. Is there any chemical that we can use?
No, but so first part of the deproteinization has to be done, because otherwise the drug will not get reduced. That takes a little bit of time. We can do it, but for other part regarding the extraction and the separation with the ACT drugs and basic drugs, that can be reduced, and that can be done by the accelerator solvent extractor, so that the open air exposure issues doesn't come.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have Miss Asta Sharma. Asta Sharma, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
You can start the presentation. You kindly share your screen.
Okay, ma'am.
Asta, we only have 5 minutes. Just conclude as soon as possible. So jump into the conclusion.
Okay, ma'am.
You can start. The screen is visible, and you kindly turn on your camera.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, just a second.
Yeah. Okay, fine. After Asta, is anybody here to present? Did I miss anyone, or everyone we covered? I hope Asta is the last participant we have.
Ma'am, Tamanna also. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, you are visible. Your screen is also visible. You can start your presentation.
Good evening to all. Myself, Asta Sharma from Department of MSc Forensic Science at Chandigarh University. Today here I am going to present my review topic on the green analytical chemistry in forensic science. The main objective of this study is which reduce the amount of energy waste and hazardous chemical utilized for environmental analysis. The green analytical techniques include minimal sample reagent, instrument, energy sufficient, miniaturized, and the main principle of the green analytical chemistries are select direct analysis technique, integrated analysis processes and operation, which never waste energy, and avoid derivatizations. The forensic perspective of the using green analytical techniques is it help in the detection of latent fingerprints, biomolecules, nanoparticles. It can also help in reduce the green solvent and sample preparation method, which help to using the less use of toxic chemicals in the environment.
Kindly jump into your conclusion.
As well as in forensic field, it can also help to reduce carbon emissions. The comparison between the traditional chemistry and green chemistry is traditional chemistry include high accumulation of waste, whereas green chemistry prevent the accumulation of waste. Traditional chemistry involve high risk of accident, other than green chemistry influence the lower risk of accident. Traditional chemistry involve use of organic solvent and dangerous solvent, whereas green chemistry involve design of potential being less hazardous solvent.
Thank you so much, Asta. It was a very wonderful presentation. By this, we are ending today's session.
Thank you, ma'am.
The participants can.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, Tamanna remaining.
Yes, Tamanya.
Yes, ma'am. Tamanna.
You're remaining.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Asta, you can stop sharing. Tamanya, you can start sharing.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible. It's visible.
Good evening, all the dignitaries and fellows. So, the topic of my oral presentation is quantum search algorithm in forensic file system analysis. So, basically, what is quantum? Just quantum means how much or how many we can use in the phenomena to speed up our speed up our searching algorithm. Coming to the main part, what is Grover search algorithm? The main objective of studying the quantum algorithm is just to find the problem with quantum computers solved faster than the classical computers. Grover's algorithms are useful in solving complex quantum queries using Oracle. Oracle is a computational device or subroutine that is used as a black box to implement a specific quantum computation. Using the Oracle, it allows us to query in superposition. Basically, in classical, just we have 0 or 1 as the output, but in quantum, main part is superposition, that the both states can occur at the same time. So if we have an unstructured database analogous, the domain represent indices to a database. For example, fx is equals to 1 if and only if the data set x points to the satisfy the search criteria. Coming to the coding part, this is the Grover search circuit where we use the Hadamard gates, CZ control gate and Z gate, which gives us the search output in almost speed up quadratically speed up the search process. In file system analysis, basically, forensic file system analysis specifies the area for digital forensics that focuses on examining and analyzing file system to gather evidence for legal or investigation purposes. However, the process of searching through massive amount of data can be challenging and time consuming, especially when used the traditional search algorithms. Moreover, traditional search algorithm may not be efficiently handle unstructured or fragmented data, which is common in forensic investigations. By employing quantum search algorithm, forensic investigators can potentially predict the process of searching for relevant evidence, improve the accuracy of their findings, and enhance the overall efficiency of digital forensic. Implementing Grover search algorithm in forensic file system analysis involves several considerations, which includes hardware requirements, software implementation, and algorithm optimization. There are different file system. That first one is FAT, that is file allocation table, which cannot store much larger files, whereas NTFS can store the more large files.
Tamanna, can you?
Yeah. So basically, the fusion of Grover's algorithm with forensic file system analysis marks a pivot advancement in digital investigations. This algorithm renewed for its quantum search capabilities. Forensic file system analysis can be modern investigation, enable systematic examination and interpretation of digital evidence across diverse domains. The synergy between Grover's algorithm and forensic file system analysis promises unpredicted levels of efficiency and accuracy in digital forensic investigation. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamanna. Thank you so much, Tamanya. By this, we are coming to the end of ICFSL-2024. Thank you so much for the delegates here and the participants and everyone present here. By this, we are ending the meeting. All the participants can leave the meeting. Thank you so much.
Excuse me. I have a small question. What about the certificates and everything for the event?
You will get the certificates in your mail ID. In your mail, you will get the certificate. If you are not receiving it, you can contact the coordinator, Dr. Amarnath Mishra.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Everyone can leave the meeting. Oh my good God. Recording